So, how well does Harris, infamous misanthrope towards Pakistani weddings, or at least give me enough time and I will be infamous about it, enjoyed a piece of TV that used a Pakistani wedding as a set piece? Surprisingly, a lot. Um, Also, you don't realize how much food is stuck in your mouth until you start talking after eating. Um, right, it's all about. Yeah, I've this episode. That's the question, my description that I wrote before I scheduled the stream, and oh gosh, everything's pinging at me now. I swung way back to enjoying it. Well, I did not enjoy the series last week, but I did think some of it. So we always do a thing. Apparently, this is how I start off the show now, where show ego, where we describe how I think the depiction of Islam is representative, purely coming from my perspective as a Pakistani Muslim, but a British Pakistani Muslim rather than an American Pakistani Muslim, and so I need to account somewhat for the cultural differences across the pond, but I don't think the two shouldn't be too different anyway. But this, I think, let's say I give four mosques. I'm trying to get to a stick with mosques as a rating system. I don't know why, but the only Islamic thing I can think of. Um, Back to about I think seven. I think I was up at 6, 7, 6 around this area. There's only one thing I didn't really like, or I'm a bit unsure about, but maybe I can turn this around. I didn't think it was a bit. It's not. I don't know if it's blasphemous per se, but the part where you're like, oh, where where they actually try to marvel, where they make the jinn something um cosmic rather than like a jinn are something in Islam, and it's like they're meant to be beings made of smoke, actually fireless smoke, no, sorry, smokeless fire, so I guess that's light, who exist in kind of a parallel world, parallel earth to us, and stuff. And I guess trying to rationalize them as something else. Then again, I guess it's not so much. I guess I don't think maybe it's not blasphemous because they're not really deities. They're just beings like we are. I guess it's only as controversial as it is when you kind of change how humans are. So I guess it's not. Also, the jinn aren't exclusively Islamic concepts. They do exist in Islam belief system, but they also exist in others and pre-Islamic. And there's kind of variations depending on which thing you follow. And there's no confirmation that I forget what her name is now. But the evil woman isn't necessarily Muslim, so I guess And anyway, she's evil, so clearly she's not. I think I don't think that she really confirmed that she's a Muslim, so she's evil. So yeah, that's the only thing. And I guess my rash has up my mind, and the rash has it further now. I'm less bothered. So everything else was great. I think I was too happy, which is weird for me. That me being weird is happy, but also me being happy specifically is weird. That they got so many things from Islamic and Pakistani weddings accurate, like the whole stealing the shoes thing I recognize, the money thing I recognize, the in Islam I forgot about this, so it just tries to remind me that when you confirm intent to marry someone, you have to declare it 3 times for it to be valid. Really happy to prove that in. Really, really love the part where Nakia basically like owned the federal agents who just with no respect to the kind of sanctity and um, of a religious prayer space. Walked in, she's like, "Well, you can't do that. That's not very legal of you." I've dropped macaroni sauce on my mouse mat. And then also as I left, the sheikh was like, "Also, don't wear shoes in here." And it's like, yes, like I love when they walked in, like they were focusing on the fact they're wearing shoes in the mosque now, and it's like I was angry, like that really annoyed me. Um, the fact that they called me, I was like, yes, you tell them. Really love that point. Um, the actual piece was fairly decent. I love how Kamala was essentially like really out of her depth and just basically struggling to survive. And because she still has no idea how to use her powers, she's not a fighter by any means. She hasn't got a background, so she's kind of just adapting kind of to the space, using physicality. Um, I recognize a whole bunch of things in the wedding, and it was like, yeah, that's what these weddings like. And if I was there, I'd probably hate it. But watching the context of the Marvel show was pretty okay. Yeah. And we get some kind of more context about what the Bible is about, why Kamala has some innate power. What the context of the show, what the other people are, the Nur. I should have pronounced the word. I'm Pakistani, damn it, the Nur. Um, no, I can't say the word Nur because it's too much of my Yorkshire accent in my voice, and I can't do that word without letting too much of the Yorkshire part come through. So never mind, I guess. The Nur. God no, I can't do that noise without sounding like I'm from Hull, which is weird because I'm from Bradford. Um, yeah, I really hope that what's his name, Bruno, goes to Caltech because I really hate this whole thing where character gives up potential strong future for their friends. And it's like no one does that. It's really healthy in real life to do that. Um, so I really hope they don't do that. Yeah, I mean it wasn't that. Yeah, I think that's a kind of accurate 6 minute reaction to the episode. Definitely enjoyed it. Enjoy. It's really weird because like I think everything that kind of puts me off is the American part of it again because like it's weird. It's kind of Uncanny Valley ish concept because I'm British Pakistani. I'm used to British Pakistanis who have both the reserve and who have both the kind of the cultural elements of Pakistanis and the cultural elements of being British, and so we're not as animated, I guess, in certain contexts. Whereas I think Americans tend to be more animated, so it's it's kind of a clash there, I guess. Um, but I think I think I'm having to push past that. That's the only thing. And it would be that it makes sense. That's the only thing. So yeah, what are my thoughts on this episode? Let us know what you think, especially if you're from a British, well, if you're from a Pakistani Muslim background. Um, I was thinking, I said Pakistani, but they say Pakistani. In that area of Asia, I think they do pronounce the P's more like B's. So I wonder if I say Pakistani because I'm British and because I use a British accent, or is it Pakistan? Is it like my area of Pakistan thing where I say Pakistan and not Pakistan? I guess I can say Pakistan if I want. I mean, it depends if you can tell the difference. So I guess most people wouldn't know the difference between Pakistan and Pakistan. But I guess there is a difference. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Thanks guys for watching. And do I have to double Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel? Actually, I was going to check it. I've got it further in life. But how many have they said? How many episodes of Miss Marvel that they're actually going to do in this show? 6. So we're halfway through. I think we're at a strong pace. I don't know. I think we're at a strong pace. Maybe we'll see how the three go. We'll reach the kind of a midpoint, and I think this makes sense a midpoint. So actually, I think as a season, this makes sense. And obviously, we know she comes back in the Marvels, so that's that to look forward to. Marvel Studios, the Marvels. What a name. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next Wednesday.